This is the 5th most devastating move in jiu-jitsu.
The Americana. So here is Matt applies the Americana, and Brandon is in it and not defending by straightening his elbow. That force pretty much all gets concentrated in the shoulder itself. And it's a rotational force. So in the shoulder, there's a socket in the ball. The socket, of course, is connected to Brandon's core, to his chest. The socket in the shoulder is pretty flat like this. And then the ball is here. There's a lot of motion in the shoulder. That's why we can move so well with our arms, but also why the shoulder is the most commonly dislocated joint in the body. And a lot of the stability in the shoulder is provided just by soft tissues and by muscle. And all that stuff's vulnerable to this rotational force. So he's going to, if Matt continues with this and Brandon doesn't tap, Brandon's going to have his capsule and what's called the labrum torn. The labrum is a rim of tissue around the socket, basically making that joint unstable.
So when I feel the Americana, I feel it all in the back of my shoulder right here.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly is that?
That's that same tissue I'm talking about, the capsule and the labrum. Basically, the capsule is made of ligaments that help stabilize between the socket and the ball. And the labrum is a rim of cartilage around the socket that helps stabilize that as well. Those ligaments are attached to it. And so basically that whole continuum of tissue will tear. And it could tear in different spots depending on just the exact way that it's put on, what your anatomy is, that kind of thing.
So honestly, this almost never happens after you've been training for a while, that you get caught in an Americana that feels like a shoulder lock. Because what normally will happen, so kind of grip it up a little bit, is that they'll straighten their arm a little bit. And then when that happens, I feel like the pressure bleeds all down into the inside of my elbow.
Yeah. This is really just like a straight arm lock, but from the side. So kind of, as we talked about in that straight arm lock video, the stuff on the inside under tension getting torn.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
That's where, and I've seen people get hurt like defending Americanas.
Right.
But it's almost never the shoulder.
The elbow.
Yeah, because they're straight and then trying to fight it, and then it bleeds all out.
That's right. Yeah.
Nasty.
Yeah, because when the elbow is bent, you have a good strong lever to turn that shoulder. But as you come out here, it's not going to turn the shoulders much. It's hard to do that.
Feel it in my shoulder.
That force becomes more like this.
What's the recovery look like on this?
So for the shoulder, if it goes where that tissue tears, then most commonly it's going to be a surgical treatment to fix that stuff. And then the recovery there is really 6 months plus till it's going to be strong and good for how it's going to be. 3 months, you could kind of start some really light training. The elbow would be probably 3 months till you get pretty
much less serious. But this is
most commonly, yeah.
This is a serious injury here. So this ends up being a labrum repair, most likely.
But that labrum is connected to that capsule, which has those ligaments in it, which then goes all the way over to the humerus. So it can tear anywhere along that plane of tissue.
You would say, though, that if somebody's caught in this, that they just probably shouldn't tap, because it's not that big of a deal, right?
No, they should definitely tap.
That was the 5th most devastating move in jiu-jitsu, the Americana. What's going to be the 4th most devastating move?